What's up? What's up? What's up? Beats by Lonze's in the building. How y'all doing? Hey, it is officially October. October is came in, and we're gonna see what's gonna happen with October. So I was just listening to the intro to this live, and I was thinking because I'm gonna talk about power today. I'm gonna talk about Tariq St. Patrick. I'm gonna talk about Ghost, and I'm gonna talk about the new season of the Power series. But when I was listening to the intro, I was thinking, y'all remember when the Power intro changed and they had Trey Songz do the Power intro, and everybody was like, "What the heck? What the heck is happening with this intro? Bring the old intro back." It was so funny. It only took like a couple episodes before everybody was like, "Bring that original intro back to Power." So yeah, I hope everybody's doing good again. Beast of Alonze, and for this is a spoiler. Spoiler alert. Let me put that on the screen. This show is a spoiler alert. So if you have not watched the original Power, this is gonna be a spoiler alert. So you don't want to watch this live if you have not watched Power, the first season, um, the original Power. You're not gonna want to hear what we're talking about. So spoiler alerts all through this video is alerts. Now, my question to everybody is Ghost coming back? So if you haven't watched the first series, you won't know what we're talking about, but Ghost is gone somewhere. So is he coming back? Now, for this new series with Tariq with the Power Book 2, would it make sense for Ghost to come back? That's what we're alluding to on this live. I think, me personally, I think it'll be perfect timing for him to come back to save Tariq, but I kind of want to see Tariq get what's coming to him because he's gotten away with he's gotten away with so much, and he keeps saying that he's not Ghost and he don't want to be like Ghost and he's better than Ghost, and he's turned out to be everything that he says that he don't want to be. So, and I think that he was a spoiled kid. His parents gave him everything that he wanted. He lived a great lifestyle, except it was, his parents were drug dealers, and his dad was the biggest drug dealer in New York. So y'all know how that goes. So um, he got to get what's coming to him because the karma always has to come back and show its face to get what's coming to him for what all he's done. So, but anyway, in this, I got a couple things that bothers me a little bit about the Power series, but then I'm gonna tell you why it really don't bother me. First of all, this is an entertainment show. You know, as a like we used to watch the soap operas, right? We used to watch the soap operas, and the soap operas we knew were soap operas, that they wasn't real shows, but we knew that it was entertaining. So we should look at these shows as entertainment. We know that it's not going to be real. It's not going to be true to life always. It's going to be some wild stuff. You know, there's nobody that goes out and you know runs out with two guns and don't get hit one time. We know that doesn't happen in real life. For these murders to happen in this TV show and never get caught, fingerprints all over the place and never get caught, for people to go to trial and they never get caught. Those things are not supposed to happen in real life. So again, we take these with a grain of salt. We take this as entertainment. We take them as television shows that are like soap operas. So if you look at Power as a soap opera, then it takes some of the bite off of it. But I want to know, do y'all think if I want to know if y'all think that Ghost is coming back, because I think that would be dope for him to come back. But then at the same time, I don't want Tariq to get saved by Ghost. But I want y'all to think though that in the season of Power, when Tariq shot Ghost and Ghost fell off of the balcony, fell on the ground, and then they didn't pan back to the scene of him dying or whatever, and an ambulance coming by, and you see the ambulance scene come by. You also gotta think that you know Ghost was in that ambulance. And here's the second part you hear nobody ever talk about. What happened to Ghost's girlfriend? Ghost's girlfriend that was a politician, um, she was a wife of a politician or whatever, and she was helping Ghost. Like you never seen or heard of her again. You never heard talk of her again. And I think that the significance of the ambulance going by, and I'm thinking she's driving the ambulance to take him to get help. Like they never showed him in the casket. They never showed him at the morgue. Like they showed Angie at the morgue when Angie got shot. They showed her in the morgue. They showed her in the casket. So you kind of can tell that she died. But in this particular, in the scenes of Power, when they showed Ghost in his funeral, they didn't show him in the casket. Um, and that would have been a good, they kept they kept you there to find out whether he died or not. So that was a good play on the writers of Ghost. So I'm wondering, is Ghost coming back? I want to know if y'all think if he's coming back. I don't. I know there's been a couple interviews where he said that he was not coming back. So yeah, so we got that said that he's not coming back to the franchise or whatever. So um, blatantly blatant network is in the building. He's asking if Ghost coming back. I don't know. We're just talking about it. Salute to you, my brother. Appreciate you being in the live stream right now. Just I'm spoiling Power right now because I've caught up all the way up to the last episode. There's one more episode of Power left until Power is gone completely. Power Book 2 is completely gone. So I'm just here thinking what could happen in this last episode of Power. Blatantly Blatant Network says they need him for real, but also too we didn't see the body. That's why I just said, yeah, we didn't see the body. We saw the ambulance drive by. We didn't see where the ambulance went and who called the ambulance. Like nobody knew that they were gonna all. Nobody knew that he was gonna get shot, or they were coming to kill him. So who knew that? Beats by Wug is in the building. What's up, my guy? Appreciate you being here. Blatantly Blatant Network says, I know they canceled the Tommy Show. Yeah, I never. Here's the thing. I never got a chance to watch the Tommy Show because I didn't want to follow in the next series of going with Tommy. I really didn't think that that was a good move. I mean, it was a good move for the Power Network, but a move as far as me, I didn't really want to see that. So I never watched the Tommy Show, but I probably will eventually go back to watching that show. And Kanan, I've heard the Kanan show is really good. I've also heard the Tommy Show was okay, and then yeah. So the Power Network is doing what it's doing what it do, and this is like I said, this is the last episode of Power Book 2, and so we're trying to see what's gonna happen to freaking um, Mr. St. Patrick Jr. Badass. So yeah, appreciate everybody being here on the stream today, doing something a little different. Instead of talking about music production all the time, I'm not a big avid TV watcher like I used to be. Like I really used to be into television. I used to watch all the television shows going back to like Smallville and you know all the TV shows that used to be on TV, Martin and Cosby Show and Different World, all the television shows that used to be on TV. I used to be in it. I used to be a TV head. And nowadays I don't really watch TV as much. If y'all hadn't checked out, I did a video on the top 3 Korean dramas that I recommend you all watch if you're into Korean dramas. My wife is Filipino and my daughter is half black Filipino, so they watch all the Asian shows. They listen to the K-pop stuff, and yeah, so I recommended the three shows that we're watching right now that I like, that are Korean drama based shows. So I love those. But we're talking about Power. So again, check out that video. It just hit my page today. I just recorded three shows on Netflix that I recommend you all watch. The three shows that I recommended. So check those out. You're gonna like them. It's gonna keep you busy. Now, if you're a producer that needs time to produce, this is gonna take away from your production time. However, this is why I'll tell you, you always need a time to reset and regroup and rebrand. So, whatever it is that you have to do on your pastime to make you come back and reboot, you gotta do what you gotta do. So, spending time with my family and watching those shows together and laughing and just checking those joints out is one of the things that help me reset. So sometimes on the weekend, when I get out of my 9 to 5, I'm working on beats and production and content. I'm watching a little bit of TV. So Normal Norman, what's up, my guy? I gotta find something that I can put on my show for my friends that come in and watch the stream. I gotta find some type of audio that I can hit for y'all. Something nice. But anyway, so yeah, Blatant said I gotta check that video about the three shows. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, check that video out. It's 8 minutes, quick and to the point, and I think y'all like those three shows. I'm into like Korean drama. I like anything that has anything to do with music. So like I used to watch all the Love and Hip Hops just because I like to see all of you know, my music industry people like on TV. So I used to, I didn't really like all the drama, but the drama made for good TV. And if you just watch the storylines just for, like I said earlier, for what they are, that it's like it's a TV show for entertainment. So if you don't look at it with always the eyes of analysis like I do, then you'll enjoy the shows because you're looking at them for what they are. So again, I look at again back to Power, um, and these are spoilers. Again, I will say this again: if you have not watched the first season of Power, this is gonna be spoilers. I watched Power as a like a morning television show, like a soap opera. So all the things that happen in this show, I know not are not always believable, and so I always take these shows with a grain of salt. That hey, that wouldn't happen in real life, but it happened in the show. So it makes for good writing. Um, so is Ghost coming back? My thoughts on if Ghost is coming back? No, I don't think he's coming back. I think that there's gonna be somebody that's going to look like Ghost and that's gonna walk by in the background, and that's all you're gonna see. I think that Tariq is gonna die in the last episode. I know that they showed in the preview where um what's my man name? Um Norman says his dog had an operation today. Hey man, I hope your dog is okay. I hope he comes out of his operation. But um in the show Kane, we saw that Kane looks like he was getting shot when he's fighting with the police. So that would make you think that his mom died, and so he's wilding out right now, and he know that the wife he just married is trying to take out his family. So he love his family. So I think that's gonna be a good addition to the show. This cop that's there, Green Eyes. I'm waiting to see him get taken out because he just is too. He got pause for what I'm about to say. His ball's too big on the show. So they need to take him out. I really think that having a cop come in on this season was kind of like a easy out really. Instead of like getting into something else, they kind of brought in another person that you've never seen with another storyline that ties into why he's doing this to people. That he's a bad cop, but they really like didn't tie into like more investigating um, Tariq and his enterprise and all that because they keep getting away. Like all the information is right there in front of your face, and they keep getting away. Uh, Blatant Network says Tariq was played so good, got me not liking him in real life. Yeah, that is one of the things that makes a good actor in a TV show. If you hate the actor and think that it's real life after you watch the show, then they did a really good job um, acting in the show. And I really thought I didn't think that they would have done a spinoff with if you would have gotten me in the first couple seasons of Power, you wouldn't have gotten me to think that they would have made a series with Tariq. But this actual series has been pretty good. I actually enjoyed the series. I don't like Braden being on the on coke, being coked out. Probably would have been a better thing would have been to have Tariq coked out and have Braden trying to keep Tariq in line while he's being coked out, because I don't think you ever saw Ghost on drugs using his product. So the way they would have flipped it would have been if Tariq was on drugs, and now he's like, I'm nothing like my father, and he's doing the drugs, and that would have been a good addition to his character build up. But they did really good on the character build up, and I'm liking the show so far. So one more episode of Power season, um, of this Power season. This is the Power Book 2. This is the last episode that's coming out, and so I am not ready for the series to go, but I understand what has to happen. So y'all should check out the Power series if you haven't checked it out. It is on Stars. It's a good show. And again, I did a video today about the top 3 shows that you should watch on Netflix. They are Korean dramas. I think y'all should watch them. And again, if you haven't liked, comment, subscribed, shared my videos or my page with your people, please do that. That's how we get the algorithm to pick up and know that I'm out there. Um, my channel is based on drum machines. I am the drum machine specialist. My page is based on teaching people how to use the drum machines that I use in my studio and how I use them and how to get the best out of your equipment that you have in your studio, and pretty much to get to the music. Really, I want you to get to the music. I want you to enjoy making the music that you make. I want you to be happy with the music that you make, and then I also want you to make the music work for you. So it doesn't always have to be about making a beat and selling a beat. It could be about making a song for an artist, from a perspective that the artist has never heard before. It could be about getting your songs on a television show so that millions of people who watch that television show are listening to something that you made. So that is pretty much my spiel on my channel, what I try to do. My thing ain't to like the guys who've been making music for 20 and 30 years. Although there are a lot of people that are like that come to my channel, but my channel ain't really geared toward those people that have made music for a long time. My channel is for those guys who stopped making music, who are looking to do more things with social media and to get their music out to the public. So again, thank you to everybody that came to the live. I appreciate it. Hit the like on this video. And again, thank you for always coming to the videos, always checking it out, always being here when I go live. And I appreciate you. And we're going to see what happens on this Power on the last episode. So again, much love to y'all. And thank you. Oh, one more last question. DJ Norman asked, was it worth multi-track recording an MPC to master it in a DAW? All right. We're going to be here for another 5 minutes. So let me say this. There is multiple ways to make music, right? Everybody know that. Multiple ways to make music. Some people make music in a box. Some people make the music to make it in a box and send it to a DAW and then do additional work in a DAW. Some people make it in a DAW and then transfer it out of the DAW into the machine and then transfer it back out of the machine back to the DAW and send it out. Some people make music in the DAW, send it to the machine, and then export it out of the machine. There's multiple workflows. So it depends on each individual's preference of how it works for them and what sound they're trying to get out of it. We just had this conversation this morning about the converter talk, right? About how you can have a machine with all the converters, but you still may not get the sound that you think that you're gonna get that you hear on the radio. There's additional things that people do to the mix after the fact, and so there's also people like me that export straight out of the box, and I mix while I'm inside of the actual machine, and so when it gets out, it's exactly the way that I need it. Now, if it needs additional mixing and mastering, then that's up to the artist to send it to somebody to mix and master it. Or if they want to pay me to mix and master it, they can also do that as well. But um, I try to get my sounds as much as possible close to perfect as it can be before when it gets out of the machine. Um, nah, no problem, no problem. Keep me longer. I like to answer questions and kind of give you my thoughts on it. So it is in some instances it is worth it to send a recording out of your MPC into a DAW and remaster it. That happens all the time, especially with engineering, when people record a song in a studio and then they send it to somebody to mix and master it and to edit it to make it sound better to get as close to perfection as it can be before it goes out to the masses. So that's pretty much what most people do is that they try to get it as close to perfect as can be if they are limited to what they can do inside of the machine. Because some people like don't build intros and outros inside of the machine. They build it in a DAW. Some people go in and they take out and add elements inside the DAW instead of doing it into the machine. So in those instances, the DAW is needed because they don't do it inside the machine. Me myself, I try to do all those things if I think about it inside the machine, and I export it out and it's ready to go right then and there. So I hope that answers your question. If that didn't answer your question, let me know that didn't answer your question. I just was blabbing for nothing. But I hope that answers your question. And again, thank you, Normal Norman, for the question. Thank you for coming to live. And I think that's it. Again, thank you, Normal Norman. Thank you for being in the building, Blatantly Blatant Network. Thank you for coming in and sharing your expertise and laughing and joking with me and just being here every time we come through. Beats by Wugga, that's my partner in crime. Thank you. I appreciate you, my man. I know your work day is busy and the time frame that it is over there now is on your free time. So thank you for taking your free time to come to the show. And again, thank you to Khalif Wins NYC, DC Carson, Dayson Civil at Civil Days Music, and my whole El Jefe family. Thank you all, and peace out. We're out of here.